Created by Holowan Laboratories, IG-88 was an assassin droid line which derived from the IG-86 sentinel droids used during the Clone Wars. IG-88B later became one of the galaxy's most notorious and feared bounty hunters. However, the bounty hunting was just a cover for his master, IG-88A, and his grand plan, the Droid Revolution. Welcome to the Kangrazan Star Wars Lore episode 119, IG-88 Assassin Droids. Although assassin droids were banned before the rise of the Galactic Empire, many in the galaxy continue to use them. Unfortunately, each droid's highly adaptive and autonomous programming often caused them to turn on their masters. To counter this, however, droid programmers at Holowan Laboratories developed new methods that they felt would retain the droid's loyalty, even with their new sentience programming. But the development of the IG series assassin droids, also known as the Plut Design Systems Project Plutroid, had disastrous results. They were similar to fellow rogue droids like IG-72 and IG-97. However, the IG-88 line became far more infamous. IG-88 was a natural design evolution from the IG-100, IG-86 and IG Lancer combat droids, which were all used in the Clone Wars, and evolved from Plut's contract with the intergalactic banking clan, hence the IG prefix. Only 4 of the completely identical droids were ever created. Although the droid was designed to remain loyal, when IG-88 was activated, the sentience programming designed to make the droid a more adaptive and resourceful assassin had exceeded their expectations. Almost instantly, IG-88 chewed through the computer's data files, realised it was an assassin droid, and asserted his superiority over the biological creatures who created him. The designers only had time to deactivate the droid and find out why it was rebelling. However, IG-88 never allowed it. After slaughtering every creator with his bare hands, the droid copied his programming into the other 3 in the series. After killing the majority of the guards in the Holowan Labs complex, IG-88 freed the droid designated IG-72. However, the former never copied itself over into IG-72's programming since the droid wanted to maintain its own individuality. IG-88 designated himself as A and the rest in activation order as B, C and D. They all worked together, whilst IG-72 went his own way. After travelling to Mechas 3, the 4 conquered the droid factory lair, killing all biological occupants. From their new base on Mechas 3, the 4 IG-88s began planning a Droid Revolution, where an army of many different droid types would rise up and destroy all biological life in the universe. Firstly, the droids began uploading their advanced sentience program into all the droids manufactured there, and when the time was right, were set to rise up and carry out the Droid Revolution. To throw Imperial investigators off their trail, IG-88B became a bounty hunter, killing many Holowan employees in the process. Throughout its adventures, IG-88B came across both R2-D2 and C-3PO and teamed up with Bossk and Dengar. However, it wasn't just B who did bounty hunting over the years, as one of the IG-88 droids picked up the bounty on the Rebel Alliance's Renegade Squadron. During 1ABY, IG-88A set up a droid factory on Locke, where he planned to manufacture many different droids, including droidicas. Although his plans were foiled, he managed to reactivate a Clone Wars era droid factory on Corellia. In 3ABY, IG-88 was commissioned to find the Millennium Falcon. Unfortunately, Boba Fett managed to fulfill the task sooner. Following IG-88B's death on Bespin due to Fett's retaliation for tracking him, IG-88C and D engaged Fett in orbit over Tatooine in an attempt to capture the carbonite containing Han Solo. After they were defeated, IG-88D launched a surprise attack to no avail. However, even though the droid somehow managed to survive, it was later destroyed by Dash Rendar. Being the final droid of the 4 left, IG-88 uploaded his consciousness into a computer core destined for Death Star 2. After successfully doing so, he prepared to activate his program and take over every droid in the galaxy when his body was destroyed. With his consciousness inside the second Death Star, he would literally become the Death Star. Emperor Palpatine was the only person on the Death Star to suspect something. IG-88 often opened and closed doors sporadically to let Palpatine know he was not all-powerful. But when Lando Calrissian and Wedge Antilles destroyed the second Death Star's core, the AI of IG-88 was destroyed also. However, the body of IG-88A was later reprogrammed, meaning it lived on, though not as the crazed killer it once was. If you want to learn more about the different IG-88 droids, including their abilities and equipment, click the link on screen or the one in the description. Now it's time for this week's question. Do you think the Droid Revolution could have actually happened? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to vote for next week's episode by liking one of the 3 comments below, and for more Star Wars lore, keep it locked here to the Kangaroo's hands. By the time she was 10 years old, the Scavenger had found a Rebel Alliance pilot's helmet, which once belonged to Captain Dosmet Ray of the Starfighter Squadron Tier-Fin Yellow Aces. She enjoyed making up stories of Ray's adventures during the war, even making a doll out of a flight uniform she found in a cargo container.